good day everyone. So in this quick video, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going about figuring out a design that's given me a lot of trouble. I've already worked on this particular design, which is meant to be a dungeon room. At least like more than multiple attempts, and it's given me a lot of trouble. So in this video I'm basically showing how I'm trying to solve that problem by drawing a top-down view of it. Basically the idea is to map it out, try to iron out every design trouble that I'm running into, so that when I go back to the original shot that I'm working on, which I will make in a follow-up video, you will see how all of this will relate to it. The cool thing about this sketch, it actually turned out pretty nice. I think it's because I was so relaxed working on it. So the story is basically there is a prisoner that's some kind of like a high official, clearly a very rich and important person that's locked up for whatever crimes that he or she has committed. So this dungeon is underground. It could possibly be a previously used as a cathedral, underground church, something like that. So basically the space is designed to be cozy because that's an atmosphere I like to work with, and I've given him his table to eat on the very left. On the very right, you could see right now I'm working on his bed. He has his chest box full of treasure, some crosses because I enjoy putting crosses in my designs. He has his alchemy table because he's a man of science, he's really smart, and he likes to enjoy his time while he's inside, and he's wealthy enough to be able to afford the luxury of living like this behind the bars. He has his bookshelf. For some reason he has a whole bunch of skulls and skeletons in that room. I'm basically adding props as I'm thinking about the story. He has some animal skin, a whole bunch of carpet, different varieties of carpets on the ground. That's the door that's locked up pretty much. Basically plenty of skulls and candles because I enjoy adding those into my designs. I added roots basically, so this cathedral or this dungeon, somehow over time roots have gotten through it. These are things that I like to add into my designs really, so it's not necessary, like it's not like you must add these things. It's just this is how I choose to tell this particular story with this one scene that I'm working on. I've also added a cage with some previous prisoners that used to be here, and now it's just their skeletons laying around. And I am staying quite rough. Basically the goal is to stay relaxed and stay rough, that I don't get caught up trying to detail anything. I'm definitely guilty of trying to figure things out and making it clean, which kind of defeats the purpose of the next copy, which is meant to be the one where I actually clean it up and actually figure the whole design out. Anyway, that's really it. I'm just figuring out the stones of this wall. Is it carved or is it a mixture that they carved this underground and then they added some stones to make it turned it into this ex-cathedral location? Here I'm adding more carpet detail. It's really, I'm focusing on indicating details. I don't want to get caught up once again on trying to figure every bit of this sketch out. The goal is to get the perspective right. The goal is to catch a good geometry and try to tell a story. That's meant to be his poop bucket. Where else is he gonna go? Now I am thinking about how this location is lit, and I'm adding candles, torches, and more stonework. And not everything that I'm doing here is necessarily going to transfer onto the final design, which is normal. Here I'm adding a quick value pass, just basically darkening the areas that should be dark and lightening the areas that should be lighter. Just make it pop, basically. Start seeing the volume of this space to see if it reads well instead of just line art. Of course, the line art has to be the strongest point because that's what I'm investing in the most, and that's how you figure your designs out. Nothing beats line art really. So And here I am adding some light, candles everywhere, the two main torches by the entrance, some flags that represents this individual, that's some high official, his alchemy table. And I think it's best I stop at this point and start investing my time in the actual design. So this is the final piece here. There's the entrance, the skulls, and the candles, the torches, the two flags, carpet, his eating area. He's got all these barrels probably full of alcohol, some carpets, a whole bunch of books are meant to be here. This is just for scale. This is a whole bunch of treasure on the ground. Maybe he keeps his clothes here. Bookshelf, prisoners, his alchemy table, more poop buckets. And the main poop bucket, which doesn't help, it's sitting right next to his table. Carpets folded. Yeah, so that's it. This is the sketch I'm gonna stop on, and then the next video I will show how I'm going to design this out. I won't be finalizing this one. This is basically a 3/4 view of looking down into the shot. The main one is going to be, we're in the shot. That's the main one I'm going to be working on. This one is just meant for me to actually see how everything is laid out. If you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could like, comment, subscribe to see more content related to what I have been publishing. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you all. See you on the next one.